So I want to speak today on friends with benefits. Again, hoping that it helps someone else by sharing my story. So I got in a situation like that. We started off as friends. He was half my age and didn't mean for anything to happen. But as time went on, the benefits came through. This went on for 4 years. He took me to Florida twice. He bought me jewelry. He took me out to eat. He took me to museums, all type of places. So he would drive 2.5 hours one way to see me and then back. So during the time as things went on, I caught feelings, and I really loved him with my whole heart. But he didn't love me the same. But my emotions got confused because of all of the things that he did for me. So a situation happened, and he didn't want to fix it. He said that, I was dead to him. And it's been 8 months, and he wants nothing to do with me. He's got me blocked on everything, and that's okay. But I thought our friendship was stronger than what it obviously showed that it wasn't. I thought even though, this situation happened, it could, this long going by that, we can meet up and start over as friends, not friends with benefits, obviously, but just friends. But he doesn't want that because he feels like I'm toxic and different things. But so I guess because I've never had a friend that actually did all that stuff for me, I got things twisted. And so that's my own fault that I lost someone that I legit cared about, and I miss him. I'm not even going to lie, but I can't do anything about it. And I really do miss our friendship. But I thought I was different because of all the things that he did do for me, but I found out that he was doing all females the same. So I wasn't even any different. And that's my own stupid fault. I should have never got involved with anybody that young anyway. But again, just things that were happening and going on. It felt good having a friend like that. But so if you've got a heart that's built to love, I am saying right now, do not do a friends with benefits. Because if your heart gets in it and the other person doesn't feel the same, you're going to end up hurt. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to add to this or not. I did a video before, but my phone wouldn't let me post it. So hopefully it will let me post this one. And again, I'm just sharing to hope that it helps others to think about things before they actually get into a situation like that. And I'm definitely not letting myself get in a situation like that again. But I wish the person the best. I literally do. I've said mean things out of hurt because, my feelings were there, but I didn't mean it. So I hope that they do find the person and that they are happy. And, I'll just wait on God to bring me whatever's meant for me to have in my life. So if I think of something else, you already know I'm going to speak on it. All right. Have a blessed day.
Welcome back, Stingers. I wanted to talk about friends with benefits because many of you in the past have sent me tons of questions. You've had comments under my videos. And most recently, I've been getting a little bit more of a younger audience. And I'm talking like teenage through like early 20s, which is really not my target. My target is more of mid 30s. So younger people have been finding my channel, and they've been finding my resources about breaking yourself down, rebuilding, trying to acquire the strongest of self-esteem and the strongest of self-worth which will alleviate 75% of these relationship issues. And I know this for a fact because when I was younger and I had low self-esteem, I got into situations that were avoidable had my mother or a woman figure had sat me down and spoke to me from birth on how to conduct myself and how to feel good about myself and build me up so that I didn't fall into certain traps, right? Now, all of you guys have read my book, Dating Scorpio, so I've written proof of all the foolery that I've dealt with throughout my younger years. And I haven't dealt with that many compared to most people. However, the many that I did, the amount that I did, could have been avoidable. All of it, actually. All of it. So I say this to say that I wanted to play you this clip. I found it on social media. I thought it was very relevant because I just did a live stream with you guys and we talked about guarding and protecting your temple. We talked about, why you shouldn't have a bunch of promiscuous sex with people who aren't committed, people who aren't willing to take a bullet for you, why you should be protecting your health, protecting your energy, not sharing yourself with just any old individual who has not proven themselves. And so here we have a woman. I don't know her age. She's probably my age, but she's just been through a little bit more stress, darling. She's probably in her mid to late 40s, but just have been dealing with things that I don't deal with. And, she's talking about dealing with a younger guy, which I have done in my recent past, actually. But the difference between her and I is that I didn't commit my heart to this individual. I let them take me out. I let them talk that talk. And they hadn't proved anything in my life. They hadn't proved anything to me that would have me believing that I would let them into my temple, share my energy, and change my cellular my cellular DNA. In return, there was none of that. And so, this woman, she made a mistake. She made a mistake. Maybe she had Neptune transiting her Venus at the time, which I would be very careful with. I don't get into anything serious with a Neptune opposition, which I have going on right now. I have a Neptune opposite my Venus. So anybody I meet, everything's tread very lightly because Neptune can delude. It's all about delusion. Neptune is a lie, honey. It is a lie. It's one of those things where it just clouds your judgment. The rose-colored glasses come out. Okay? Maybe this is what was happening with her. Neptune is the outer planet. It's a slow-moving planet. It's going to be there for a minute. I would wait for it to clear up. And so she talks about, falling in love. The guy took her to dinner. He paid for a couple of things. So what? Right? I always feel like, and I know the trolls are going to come into the comments section. So welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Red pill, blue pill, pink pill, birth control pill. The incels, whoever love to climb into my comment section when I talk about women. They get upset when I school young ladies, but actually this video is for men too. So come on in. Because this happens to men too. The only difference is men hide it better. And I grew up with 3 brothers and a father, and I know that men, and I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say this, that men get hurt quicker because they fall in love faster. They get so attracted to you, so turned on. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm in love. And they don't even know half these women. They don't even know Women have been playing men out for years. And I know because I grew up, the majority of my friends when I was in high school was playing men like fools, honey. And they called them suckers. Is he a sucker? Is he a sucker? They would have them buying them clothes. And I'm talking, this is back in the early 90s, guys. These men were buying Versace clothes. They were buying them cars. They were taking them out to dinner. They were paying their bills. I mean, what bills did we have in high school? We had a beeper bill. But what I mean is they were paying, like some of their college, when, some of the ones who were like 18, 19. And these men thought they really were into them. And they were older men who thought some young girl really gave a shit. Okay? Men get played out just like women get played out. And I don't think this young guy was trying to intentionally play this woman out. She's older. She was probably flattered. I get the attention of a lot of young boys. A lot. I'm talking 18 and up. Okay? And I don't take them seriously. I don't. I did like a young guy that I was going out with, or he took me out maybe 4 times and things like that. I thought he was a sweet person. He was very gentle. He was a nice guy, but he hadn't proved anything. I didn't let him come to my house. I didn't even kiss him. Okay. He got to rub my hand. I told you in my other video, men are really into holding my hand. So I did let him rub my hand. I did have gloves on. I don't like a lot of skin to skin contact. I don't like men touching all over me. I'm like they met me in an alley somewhere. I don't like that. And you're not kissing me for sure. I don't know where your mouth has been, right? So I'm a bit more protective of myself than this woman here. But I want you guys to see this. And what I don't want is for you to get into the comments and start talking about that she's stupid, this and that, because many of you guys, if not a very high percentage, and I know because I've done your charts and I've read your messages, you've been in the same situation. Some of you are in that situation now, asking me why a Scorpio won't call you back. You've already had sex with him. He's gotten what he wanted out of you. You have some delusion going on. He hasn't proven anything. He hasn't proven one thing to you. And you expect love in return. It just blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. Okay? You cannot love a person that fast. I know you cannot. I know you cannot. Love is a whole other thing. It has nothing to do with you getting tingly between the legs, getting turned on, getting butterflies. That is not love, guys. And I'm sorry to break that to you as a middle-aged woman on YouTube. It is not. It is not. It takes a long time. I dated a guy who I was not attracted to, and I tend to date people who I'm not attracted to physically. Women usually don't care about looks, okay? I care about how you behave, if you act right, if you do what I want, if you behave in the way that I want you to. Okay? I dated someone many, many moons ago. I wasn't attracted to this person in the least bit. It took me 4 months to kiss this person. 4 months. You understand me? And there was no sex. There was no sex till way later. Way later. I'm talking like month 6, maybe 6 months or something like that. That's after he proved that, he was a good person to me. He looked out for me. He paid for, a lot of things for me. Not a whole lot. He paid for some important things. I would say important things. Okay. He even paid for the birth control, guys. He even paid for that shit. Okay. And so many of you are just in these relationships. Some of you right now are laying in the bed next to somebody you're having sex with, talking about, oh, he's great, this and that. Yet he hasn't shown you shit. You're still reaching in your purse. You're paying the rent. You're paying birth control, messing up your body for just to get a quickie on. And he can just scurry off like a little rat. And you're upset if he doesn't call back. You're upset if he doesn't love you. You're doing it to yourself. This woman should not have got caught up like this. She should have been dating 4, 5, 6 men at one time, letting them all take her out, letting them all prove themselves. And whoever in the midst of that wanted to be committed and asked for commitment. You should never be begging for it. They should be asking for it. I really want to be with you. I see myself with you. I care about you very much. And I only want to date you. That's what happened with the guy who I was with, who, that took 4 months to kiss him. He broke down. He was like, I don't want to see anybody else. I just want to be with you. That's it. Period. He came to me and he said that. Okay. I wasn't even thinking about it. Right. So, this is another, I mean, I can't even say it's sad, but it does trigger me in a way because a lot of you guys are young. For a woman her age, and like I said, I don't know how old she is. She may be in her 30s. She may be my age, but she looks like she's had some stress in her life. And it's probably why. She gives too much of herself without just waiting and receiving it. And guys, I want to give you a little tip before I get out of here. I just like to peek my head in, and when something comes up, when the time is right, I want to give you a message, and my spirit wanted me to give you this message strongly. And I want you to watch this TikTok video over and over again, and I wanted you to pay attention to the words that come out of her mouth. She's dealing with someone much younger, and I know I have too. I've let young men take me out. 20 years my junior. It's 15 years my junior. I can't be serious with them. I can't be serious with somebody whose brain is not even developed and they're not ready to make real, they're not ready to discern exactly what they're doing. Because I remember that age and I was a mess. I was a hot mess. I couldn't make really serious decisions. I knew how to go to college and drive a car, but when it came to being responsible in relationships where things matter, where you had to sit there with yourself and decipher your feelings, I was messy, just like a lot of you young people are. You're messy. You're messy. Okay? And you're supposed to be, because you're young and you're growing and you're learning. And so, she got caught up. She got caught up. And this is one thing that I want to give you guys. Date many people at one time. And I know the men get confused with the word date and screw. Those are not synonymous. They're not synonymous. Okay? They're not synonymous. I wasn't having a whole bunch of sex in my life. In my youth, I had a boyfriend, a steady person throughout high school. And then, in college, well, you read Dating Scorpio. There was that person, and my senior year or something like that, and I didn't give a shit about him, to be honest. And he actually got caught up, and that's how we broke it off. He tried to make more of it than what it was, guys. Okay, you got to read your room carefully. Read your room. Somebody else does not always have to feel the same way you do. So don't give them any more than they give. Why are the legs open? Why? Why are you dropping your boxers? For what? For what? Just to expose yourself? I don't know why you guys are doing this. It makes no sense. And then you leave feeling like shit. Men try and pretend they leave feeling like the king. Bullshit. Bullshit. You feel depleted because you don't know where she's been. I don't know where you've been. It's disgusting and it's unhealthy and it's unsafe. And it's not good for your mentality either. You should be with someone who cares about you, who wants to be with you, cares about your well-being and your health. Okay? That you could be with any time, that you're not just laying in the damn bed trying to get off. So here's the thing that I like to do. So there is a chemical called oxytocin, and it's very, very important, and it's a bonding chemical. And when a baby is born, the mother releases a lot of oxytocin, right? So that she can bond with her child. Without it, we wouldn't have that closeness, okay? It's just the same like animals. That's why milk is like addictive, and a lot of people can't get rid of the dairy because it's meant so that the baby cow will keep sucking and survive. Okay, nature is very smart. It's very smart, and this is why women are pretty and soft and cuddly, so men can be attracted to us and come get us. Okay, this is the reason why. So our bodies are designed to attract each other. Okay. And our brains are designed to sit there and figure things out and not get stupid. So that chemical oxytocin, interesting enough, a lot of people think that it is released during sex, but that's not true. I believe it's actually released, and you guys can look this up, after sex, like when the cuddling begins. So this is one thing that I avoided when I was with someone in my youth that was casual. I would never cuddle with them, period. I got up, got dressed, and went out to the club with my friends, honey. There was that quick separation. There was no attachment. And so even now, when I go out on a date with a guy and I go like to dinner and everything like that, after dinner's over, I go somewhere else. I go to a show. Usually go to the movies. And so there is no bonding time with him whatsoever. Or I go out on a date with another guy. If it's a back-to-back, go to dinner with one and go to a show with another, so that I'm totally cut off from that one. So, guys, most of you who are having this friends with benefits, I don't recommend it. I don't promote this behavior. I really don't. Even the guy that I was with in college very briefly, we weren't friends. There was no friends with benefits. I wasn't hanging out with this dude. In fact, I told him, don't ever call me. I will call you. And that was the deal. That was the deal. And when he started calling me, getting friendly, that was when the end of it happened, because he broke the rules. I never had a friends with benefits situation in my life. I wasn't friends with no dude. Okay. If I wanted one thing, I got dressed and went out to the club to meet friends. I was always with that and then off to something else. There was no time to bond. There was no oxytocin release. Okay. I always go from dinner to somewhere else, and I'm totally distracted to the point where I forget that I even had that date with that dude. Okay. This woman should have been protecting herself. You don't cuddle. You don't hang out. If all you want is sex, and she's a grown woman, she could do whatever she wants, honey. She got ID. You don't add anything extra to it. Okay? If she had a high sex drive and she's like, damn it, I need somebody to continuously have sex with, you don't do the other part. You don't cuddle. You don't start getting in their business, and you don't start getting friendly. Like you don't get personable. You don't get personable with these individuals. And I want you guys to leave, and I know you will, your commentary and how you felt. Please don't be disrespectful. Have some compassion, because I know that you guys have been through this as well. I know that you have. I've seen your messages. I've seen it. And I know the men are going to try and pretend that they never got played out by some girl. They never had bomb sex and was calling her and she was off with the next man, couldn't care less. But I know it's true, because I've had friends like that. They had 2 and 3 boyfriends at one time, honey. And them dudes was calling or beeping and beeping. Their beepers was blowing up. And they was like, who is this? Okay? I know that. I know for a fact. Okay? I didn't grow up in a bubble, guys. This is nothing new, honey. Nothing new. I want you guys to put in the comments what you've learned from this TikTok. What have you learned? What have you learned? And then go back and watch my video where I said it, or I talked about my live stream I did the other night, where I talked about protecting your temple, protecting your energy. And I'm not talking about protecting like, oh, I'm going to get hurt. Like you should. Why are you doing that to begin with? Why are you doing it? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, go buy some sex toys. They work. You don't have to hear nobody's mouth. You ain't got to worry about HIV, herpes, crabs, and none of that shit. Okay? And better yet, you know how it's going to end every single time. You don't have to be disappointed, you know? You don't have to be disappointed in the end. If that's your case, go do it, okay? If that's the case, go do it. But going out in these streets and being phony towards yourself, trying to pretend, oh, I got a friends with benefits, knowing that you're the type of person who gets attached very easily is problematic, guys. It's problematic. And what's more problematic is your health. You just having someone come in and change your mechanism. They're all over you. They're touching you. I'm careful with that. I'm so careful with that. People putting their hands on me. And they want to touch my hands and stuff like that. And I got my gloves on, honey. I don't want none of their cells. You know, guys. Ugh. This really bothers me. It bothers me because I know a lot of you guys are young and you don't get it yet. And your brains aren't there yet. But it will be. It will be. Because I've been there too. I know what it's like to be young. And I know what it's like to not understand. And I know what it's like to be confused. And there is no confusion, guys. This is the thing I'm telling you. Okay? This is the thing I'm telling you. If someone hasn't proved anything to you, the answer is no. They don't give a shit. And it's just as simple as that. There's nothing to figure out. Don't send me any more messages. There's nothing to figure out. They haven't proved anything to you. Taking you out to dinner, you can do that yourself. What the hell is $40-$50? What does that mean? She said he flew her to Florida. Big effing deal. Did he buy you a house in Florida? Is he taking care of your mother? Was he there when you were sick? Is he telling you, I want to be exclusive with you? I don't want anyone else. I care about you. I see a future together. If he's not begging for that, then honey, you can expect otherwise. And that's all I have to say, guys. Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I'll see you at ScorpioSunScorpioMoon.com, where you can book a master chart reading where I break everything down from root to tip about your chart, even your karmic matches, even those who aren't good for you, even matches that are great for you. I give you actual birth dates. You can get a personal live stream session with me if you want to do a one-on-one. And if you have somebody that you want to know about instantly, I have a tarot card reading called Secrets Exposed. Send me your photo or a text message and I will pull them cards out, honey. And I'll let you know. And you know I'm not going to sugarcoat it because this is not the babysitting channel, okay? This is not the babysitting channel. I will not coddle you. So don't look for it. Scorpio season is on the way. I have a beautiful transformation series plus some other videos. All of my books, paperback and audio, you can get on the website, ScorpioSunScorpioMoon.com. If you're in New York City, you can get them at Aum Shanti Bookshop on East 14th Street and Quest Bookshop on East 53rd. I have some amazing jewelry in my shop. One-of-a-kind pieces. They'll never be back. So whatever you can grab now, grab it now. I have new Scorpio season hats, and there's only a few left, so make sure you get yours. I have teas. All of the sale items are an additional 40% off by using the code REALScorpio. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I'll see you soon. Mwah.